Hey guys, Camfree15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another, episode review of Demon Slayer. Again, I said I would be back, and I think I'm gonna do the approach of just reviewing the episodes in batches as opposed to one episode things, so you guys kind of get my thoughts on a certain batch of episodes and how I might like it. And pretty much this episode these episodes I'm doing is like episodes 12 through 16. Now technically I started watching, I believe, episode like 17 of Demon Slayer. Let me check real quick. I believe I did start on episode 17, so I did get a bit ahead, but episode 18. My bad. Episode 18. But you get my point and my drift. But this batch of episodes were very interesting, to say the least, because we got introduced to two new, I'm guessing, main characters right now in Zenitsu and Inosuke, which they're very colorful characters. Inosuke is, at first, see, when I would always look at the promotional material for this, I'm like, wait, there is a guy that just has a head of a boar. But then when you realize, like, I think it's like one of the episodes after Tanjiro takes down one of, I think that was a 12, again, correct me if I'm wrong, one of the 12 Kizuki demons in that freaking house area. And when he starts fighting Inosuke, and eventually when he headbutts him, the boar head falls off, and then you see it's just a regular human guy, and it's like, oh, I thought this was like some sort of like weird half-breed type of animal thing, but it's pretty crazy. I think it also is pretty cool that I guess he's voice acted by Bryce Papenbrook. Again, if you know him for like one of his main roles, which is Kirito from SAO, I know. The series that everybody just hates. Yeah, I'm a fan of that series and I like it. But I found it interesting. I found those two characters very much interesting with where they took their characters. Obviously, Zenitsu is kind of like the cowardly, I wouldn't say womanizer type, but when we first ran into him, I think I made a mention to it in my last episode review of this series, or I guess you could say my first impressions video of Demon Slayer. I did say that he seemed like he would hit on a bunch of girls, but you get that funny episode when he sees Nezuko for the first time, and the dude is smitten with Nezuko, even though Nezuko, seemingly enough, wants nothing to do with him. So I guess that's absolutely hilarious. But we see how he was very like cowardly and everything. But then you have it where you have those moments where he gets knocked out or he just passes out, and then he just turns all serious and he just takes out whoever he's up against. And I love the demonstration of this. Excuse me, in the forest. When he's going up against that one spider-looking demon, which that whole thing is all creepy as hell and everything. And he kind of finds out he's poisoned, pretty much, and he just freaks out so much, and he's afraid, and then he just passes out, and he goes serious, and then he goes like into this serious mode, and he just pretty much remembers his past about like him and his grandpa, and how people pretty much, this one other demon slayer was calling him weak because, oh, he only relies on his grandfather and things like that. But, and he only knows, like, one stage of, like, I guess this lightning slash or whatever ability he does. But his grandpa said, well, if you're going to learn one stage, the best thing you can do is just hone that stage to its absolute perfection. But we see in this, when he goes in this trance after he defeats a spider, he not only goes and does this, like, lightning strike first stage thing again, sorry if I'm not remembering like the set move he did. Again, I'm watching a batch of episodes. Mind you, after I'm done watching the batch of episodes, it's not like I go freaking what is it? It's not like I go and make a video about it. Yeah, yes, I'm doing this now, but this is after like a few hours after the day after I actually started watching episode up to episode 17, pretty much. And what's his fate? And I was working too, so that's kind of the thing there, right then in itself. But we see how he jumps up to like I think the 7th stage of that slash or whatever he was doing, and it's like, okay, he clearly has potential deep down. How is he gonna harness this potential he has, and how is he going to, I guess, be able to do this at will? It seems like he has to be like very focused, very like he has to pass himself out, and then like a switch turns on or something like that, and he's like a completely different person. I did find it interesting how he got struck by lightning, and that's kind of what gives him his lightning abilities. And that also changed his hair. I'm like, what the hell is this guy? Like, he pretty much had the Flash's backstory without the fact that he can go super speed. But then again, he moves so damn fast. The one spider demon was like, wait, where the fuck did he go? But Zenitsu's an interesting character. I do get a lot of giggles and laughs from the way he acts. Clearly, he's that comedic character, but obviously when I see other people's reviews, because I also watch other people's reviews of the set season episodes after I'm done watching them, and most people call him best boy, so I do like Zenitsu. I think he's a very interesting character and stuff like that, but I've liked what I've seen from him so far. Even if even when he gives up the cowardly persona, yeah, that's probably maybe, I'm guessing when the show first came out, maybe that was not a lot of people were cool with that type of persona. Like, oh, this guy is just like the scaredy cat of the group. He doesn't want to do anything unless he's like serious, pretty much. But I like him for the most part, pretty much. SK, I like him too. He's fine. He's a fine character with me. We do kind of get a little bit more depth when they were at the inn with the old grandma, and in a way you can kind of resonate. And then even now he's starting to have a little bit more respect for Tanjiro and Zenitsu and their abilities, because it seems like he was just a lonely guy. To me, from afar, from when I was watching, it seems like he was a lonely guy that never had companions, and never had companions that truly understand him and are willing to give him a damn chance. And I do like his character. I think it's very interesting. I still think, for me, I need a little bit more depth and understanding of what made him become a demon slayer and things like that. So that's kind of it. I do find it funny that he wears a boar head. I hope they kind of give backstory to why he wears a boar head or something, but he's definitely like the strong character of the group, or he's like the one character like next to the main character that can definitely be a fan favorite, who's just crazed for strength. I don't know if I would deem him as Tanjiro's rival. I definitely see like the one guy from the freaking Demon Slayer, like exams, the one guy with the crooked face, pretty much where Tanjiro had to tell him off. Kind of seeing that guy as kind of like Tanjiro's rivals, but who knows? Maybe this could be like many and multiple rivals Tanjiro has. So I thought it was pretty cool to get some like depth, and the fact that he isn't just a crazy lunatic freak. Like in the battle against the one freaking drum demon, pretty much, he kind of came across like that. And even in his fight against Tanjiro, it was like fist to fist. Like I'm like, okay, this guy seems like a guy that just, he won't listen to reason, he won't stop. But eventually Tanjiro gets to him and things like that. And at first he's gung-ho of killing Nezuko, but then eventually he doesn't really worry about her presence. And that was also another great moment by Zenitsu, where even though he understood like, oh, there's a demon in here and I'm protecting it, but Tanjiro said like, this is something that means the most to him, so I'm going to make sure it's not harmed. So that's kind of thing. I also did find it funny how Zenitsu got upset at Tanjiro for keeping Nezuko in the box, but obviously Tanjiro didn't tell him like, there's a reason why she's in the box. You want her to die in the sunlight. So that's kind of thing. Right then and there. I thought the drum demon thing, that fight was actually pretty interesting. It was actually pretty interesting in terms of like an ability that I've seen an opponent do, where it's like, oh, he taps something on his body, or you know, it reverses, it flips over the room or something, like, or mess with the dimension, and then one is a scratch. The way Tanjiro defeated him was pretty cool and badass. You know, again, you get more in depth with these demon characters, and you could kind of see that the drum dude, he was kind of like told by people he was a failure and he would never accomplish anything. But you know, when Tanjiro defeated him, he's like pretty much told him like, hey, how great he is and how much of a tough opponent he was, how much, in a way, Tanjiro earned his respect. So the one thing I am liking about Demon Slayer is it seems like you're giving these demon characters like actual like character depth. They're not just mindless monsters like that one tongue demon that we saw Zenitsu running from, which was absolutely disgusting and gross. Like, I don't want to see that shit again. I hate things with big long tongues or something like that in my animes. It's gross. It's absolutely disgusting. But the one thing I can appreciate is with these like demon characters we see, you know, even in the little spider forest, when Tanjiro killed the one demon doing, the one little girl demon doing like the string stuff, controlling the other demon slayers, you know, she wanted to die and she had a whole character of the reason why she wanted to die. And, you know, you actually kind of feel for these demons because it's like, well, in their human life, they were kind of like wronged in a way, and it explains why they turned into demons and stuff like that. And again, the whole fearfulness of Muzan. I'm not even going to say his damn last name. So that's kind of the thing right then and there. And the 12 Kizukis, that's what the group was called. And that's what is in the Spider's Forest is one of the members of the 12 Kizuki that they're going to have to defeat. But it also seems like they sent like these other, the high, I guess the highest ranked demon slayers pretty much. Which one, I forgot which one of them we see was the guy Tanjiro first met, who was trying to kill Nezuko at the start of the first episode, but Tanjiro almost killed him himself, which goes to show you, damn, Tanjiro almost fooled and killed the highest demon slayer level, pretty much, which, I don't know if that means, like, that's just based off luck or potential that Tanjiro has, but that's just me. And then obviously, I know I keep forgetting that guy's name, but the one that has, the one that has, Johnny Young Boyce's, voice actor, and then Shinobu, who I've seen, you know, in promotional material, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be very interested when in the next video to see what they can do when I talk about it, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on that. But yeah, just going through some other things. Nezuko really hasn't been fighting as much. I wonder if they're just hiding it for another big moment for Nezuko. It has actually been interesting that she wasn't involved in this like drum demons fight or even in the spider demons fight. It's very interesting to say the least. Maybe she makes an appearance and she helps in the fight against this. I don't know. But it's definitely interesting. Interesting what they're doing there from that standpoint. Tanjiro continues to have these cool moments. The fact that this guy was fighting the drum demon with like fucking broken ribs in the condition he was in, like, and still won. I was like, geez Louise, what the hell? So yeah, that's kind of the thing. I don't really think there is nothing else to say. I did like that kind of one fillery-ish episode in between, which I think was like episode 14, where it's just kind of like a tone down, like kind of a chill pill, and then now things from episode 15 on are now, I guess, picking up again. So that's kind of the thing right then and there. Trying to think of anything else. Not really, you know. I think everything I'm seeing so far of Demon Slayer has been pretty good. I'm very interested to see how this spider, you know, 12 Kizuki little mini arc is going on. It was pretty interesting that they kind of did the approach of kind of like similar to what Doflamingo from One Piece did, where he's controlling the people, and pretty much that's kind of what they did there. So yeah, I think the only other thing I forgot to miss out that I talked about in my first part review was the fact that it doesn't matter like what demon it is, even in one of the 12 Kizuki. Like we see with the drum demon guy, like when Muzan confronted him, like the one thing we see about all the demons when they're confronted by Muzan, they are all fearful for their goddamn lives. Now, that just goes to show you how strong Muzan is, and how, if he is commanding this respect to the point you have other demons, like, fearing for their lives, like, you know, hoping that they don't mess up, you know, it goes to show you how strong and how threatening and how powerful this guy truly is. And again, it's in one of my, like, I guess, grand scheme of things when I watch animes. No, like, for example, Chainsaw Man. When I saw what Makima was doing, I'm like, yeah, don't F with Makima. So far, early stage Demon Slayer, you know, Muzan seems like a guy you do not want to F with. You know, and you do not want to provoke, because you saw how bad. And and that's when I remember. I forgot to make a mention about this point in my first part. Now, the reason why Muzan is, seemingly enough, he was so gun-ho of going after Tanjiro, he saw Tanjiro's earrings, and it reminded him of a guy with the similar type earrings, look like similar type hair to Tanjiro. Could that have been Tanjiro's father? Maybe so. Maybe that, you know, and when I saw that, I'm like, okay, he has a clear goal. He clearly doesn't, this dude must have to be related to Tanjiro. I forgot the type of earrings he calls that. But clearly Muzan was triggered, and that's why he seemingly looks like, I'm guessing he's gonna send these demons out after Tanjiro to kill him, because maybe this guy defeated him a long time ago, and really badly defeated him, and there was nothing he could do about it. But hey, I guess we'll see where it goes. You know, that was one thing I forgot that I remembered last second after I clicked out, after I stopped recording. I was like, oh shoot. But I thought I'd make a point in this video. But overall, I know I didn't really talk much about most of the episodes. Most of the fights have been going really well. It's going to be very interesting to see how Tanjiro and Inosuke deal with this, like, what they call the father, which is weird. You know, I was thinking the father was like the 12 Kizuki, but I'm guessing he's probably not the 12 Kizuki member. It seemingly enough is the one guy we saw that Inosuke tried to go after, but he missed him because he was too high in the sky, because he was walking literally on the spider web. But very interesting. Also, too, they gotta find Zenitsu and save him, because the guy's literally using poison, or he's poisoned right now, and he's using, like, I think his ability right now to slow down the poison, but eventually he's gonna turn himself into a goddamn spider, which, that whole shit was hilarious, where you have the freaking human head of the spot on the spider, he's like, oh shit, what the frick, man? Again, I think Zenitsu's probably gonna be a fan favorite character of mine, probably. I'm really liking where Demon Slayer is going. I really am liking where Demon Slayer is going. And again, I'll be back with probably the next batch of episodes, which I think will conclude all of season 1. So it's going from episode 17 to, I believe, episode, I think, 25 or something. I don't know. Let me check. Yeah, I think I'm going all, yeah, episode 26, because, yeah, I guess going from all the way from episode 17 to episode 26, because it seems like majority, just looking from just the images of the episodes, seems like a majority of this damn near spider-like mountain arc is gonna frickin' end off the season, so that's pretty much it. So anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on any of the episodes I discussed about Demon Slayer, anything that I missed out that you thought I should have talked a little bit more in depth about, and stuff like that. But if you guys like the video, leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you want to get more of my thoughts about Demon Slayer or any other anime that I'm watching. I know they're making a Bandai Namco's making a Jujutsu Kaisen game, and I did say I would get to the chance of getting to that. So eventually I'll watch Jujutsu Kaisen. Put in the comment section if you also want me to review that too in batches of episodes, because I know season 2, it's coming out literally like next week. So if I catch up with that, maybe I can start reviewing season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen, because that's another anime that I actually do want to see and things like that. So yeah, but anyways, catch you guys later. See you guys in the next video. Peace.